Welcome back, everybody. Hey, hanging out in the barbecue trailer today. We're working on a new rib recipe. If you don't know, CJ and I did a hot seat last night on the Cooking with CJ channel, and we were lucky enough to have this gentleman, Mr. Bill Purvis, on with us, along with other guests, such as Uncle Steve. We're going to try something a little different, little competition practice today. Want to try a different injection for my ribs. That's why we're going to do it here at home. If it turns out good enough, maybe we'll try it this weekend at a local camp. But what we are going to use is Bill has his Game Over chicken brine. So what we did, we mixed a 1/4 cup of this with apple juice. And this is what we're going to inject with. So let me get the ribs out. I'm going to trim them up. You don't need to see that. I know there's 1,000 rib trim videos out there. We are going to prep them kind of competition style. We'll bring it back when it's time to inject. See you in a short. All right, let me give you a rundown of what I'm doing here. You can see I have this back rack already injected. Didn't figure you need to see it twice. Now I do have plastic wrap laid on the table. Couple reasons. One, easy cleanup. Two, we are going to wrap our ribs with the cellophane, the plastic wrap. We're going to place them on the foil. Then we're going to stick them in the fridge for about 2 hours. So let's get in. Now what I like to do is come in about 3 different spots. I get my hand out of the way. Hopefully on the camera, you'll be able to see these actually plumping up like that. I just like to try to do it in 3 different spots so it's fairly even. And if you don't want to wear any, wear an apron, because it will squirt back at you like it did out the end there. And there. So let me reload this for you real quick. And you can see some of the apple juice leaking out a little bit. That's all right. We're not going to stay 100% clean, we know that. We'll have to clean up after the fact, but all right. Oop, there's a good one. But we will go ahead. Look like Old Faithful. But you can see how much, especially on this thinner end, how much this is plumping up. So, mission accomplished. Try to slide our ribs in the middle. What I like to do, bring it over each long way, tilt that up, get all that injection back in there, put it on this side. Now the reason we put it on the foil is in case we do have a leak, the foil will catch it and not the bottom of our fridge. All right, you all saw in the last picture that the Blake is almost to temp, just sitting a little above 250. So let's unwrap our ribs. You see there's very little moisture in the bottom of the saran wrap, at least on that rack so far. And that's kind of what we're looking for. We want, this one has just a little more, but not a lot. We want that moisture to stay in the meat. So, let me get rid of that. Since we have this, we are tacky already. We're not going to need a binder. So we are going to go straight on with our seasonings here. Get away. See, even flies like barbecue. All right, first thing, a light layer of the magic rib on the bottom. We're going to come over top of it with our pig shake. You guys know this is my favorite on pork. So a little heavier layer of that. That way we get that nice with the magic rib. Has that little kick. A little extra salt. A little extra black pepper. Okay. Now typically I would let these set a little longer, but since we're doing them at home here, and I see where somebody forgot to trim off a piece of the fat. We're not going to worry about that too much today. It's right out there on that end bone anyway. This rib, this rack looks incredible. And look at that. Just enough to do. Time for a new bottle. One big flake there. Let's get rid of that. All right. Come over it with our pig shake. A little light right there. All right. We will get these outside to the Blake once it's 275 to 300. We'll get you some pictures from then and give you some updates. See you in a short. All right, we got the Blake dialed in right about 300. There you can see the ribs are in. Let's get this lid on here real quick. And let me show you the vents. Just about pencil width open on either side. Of course, my exhaust full open. I was watching Andrew Zimmern's Wild Game Kitchen the other day, and he had a great explanation. Everybody's heard of the 3-2-1 ribs, and there's the assistant pitmaster, Chico, right there. And I think he explained it best, especially for a drum cook. 3-2-1 is not hours, it's a ratio. So for example, instead of 3 hours of smoke, 2 hours wrapped, 1 hour to finish, on a drum, it's more like 1.5, 1, and 30 minutes. And kind of like that thinking. So you can see our temp is creeping up a little. That little bit of air. So we're going to adjust the one vent down a little bit. Keep an eye on that temp. It's climbing up to about 350 right now. So we'll adjust them both down. Here you can see the other two drums. They're just hanging out. I don't need them this coming weekend. We'll be running the black UDS and the Blake. It's only a 2-meat cook. So, in 1 hour, we're going to bring you back and let you peek at the ribs. All right, you saw the Brooksline Drum dialed in right at 300. Let's take a look at these. It's been about 45 minutes. I see a couple blood spots there. We will touch them up with a paper towel and apply a little seasoning over the top of it, but so far the color is looking remarkable. Back to bed. All right, it's been an hour and a half. Oh yeah, I am liking that. Look at the way they puffed up so nice. All right, we are going to get these back into the trailer. Get a wrap going on them. We'll see you in the trailer. All right, let's go ahead and get these wrapped. You can see I got the pats of butter down. Come with a little bit of our honey. Followed by a little bit of our turbinado. And I just like putting it in the shaker. First of all, I think it stores a little better. It's a little easier to handle also. And then a little bit more of our shake. Let me make this a little more accessible. I know people are going to say, oh, you're doing a competition recipe. Why aren't you wearing gloves? Because I'm the one eating these. That's why. So, the bits on the end, we will clean that up part of our finishing process. There we go. These ribs have plumped up so nice. I couldn't be happier right now. But we shall see how they finish. So again, same process. Butter. Or honey. And you know, you can, if you want a much sweeter rib, add more honey. It's up to you. It's your rib. And the nice thing about all this is this is all going to break down into one heck of a nice braising liquid for these ribs. Okay, one more little dust. Get rid of the honey. I like to shake everything down, not leave it hanging on the edge. Cover our bones. Come back over. Hold it tightly, but not too tight. You don't want to, you do not want to pierce your foil and lose all this good braising liquid that we're developing. That one's a little long, so we'll just fold it back. There we go, there we go. 10 bones each, ready to go back on the cooker. We'll bring you back when we check them. All right, 2 packages of goodness back on the smoker. Let's get it shut down. We're gonna start checking on them in 45 minutes. All right, probe the ribs. They probed nice and tender. You can see the color they got on them. They would darken up. Decided not to sauce these. I want to be able to taste them, you know, a naked rib without the sauce. So, first things first, get in there and cut these up. Let's see what we got flavor-wise on these ribs. You can see the color. You can see the juice in there yet. Let's take a bite. What do you say? Wow. I am liking this. Probably could have gone another 15 minutes. It's a little savory right now, so I think with the sweeter sauce, we'll definitely bring it around. But as far as the game over with the apple juice for the injection, I really like that. So, all right, everybody. I want to thank you if you made it this far in the video. Let's get these flipped over. Make sure you do all the things that YouTubers want you to do, like, share, subscribe, leave the thumbs up, everything like that. Good practice run here for the game over as a pork injection. And I tell you what, I think we're going to run it this coming Saturday. So, I want you all to be good, behave, do all the right things adults are supposed to do. I want to appreciate everybody for stopping by. We'll see you next time. Cheers, y'all.